Welcome to this exploration of the secret of the golden flower, a profound Taoist classic that bridges ancient Chinese inner alchemy with modern psychological insights. Rooted in centuries of oral transmission, this esoteric text was passed down through generations of Taoist adepts before being recorded in written form during the Song dynasty. It emerged from the school of radiant clarity and the teachings of the immortal Lu Dongbin, blending Taoist meditation techniques with Buddhist and Confucian elements. The work offers a poetic guide to cultivating the golden elixir, a luminous inner essence said to lead to spiritual transformation and immortality. The immortal Lu Dongbin, a central figure in Taoist alchemy, is said to have received these teachings from Yin Shi, the legendary guardian of the Hankou Pass, the same master who, as lore tells us, persuaded Lao Tzu to write down the Tao Te Ching before departing into the mountains. The text gained prominence in the West thanks to Richard Wilhelm, a German sinologist and theologian who spent over 2 decades immersed in Chinese culture. Wilhelm translated the work into German in 1929, later into English, and introduced it as a Chinese book of life. His deep respect for Eastern wisdom helped shape Western understanding of Taoist philosophy. Wilhelm's close friend, Carl Jung, contributed a foreword to the 5th edition. Jung, the founder of analytical psychology, saw in the text a mirror of the individuation process, the integration of unconscious contents into a unified self. He interpreted the golden flower as a mandala of psychic wholeness, and the meditation practices as symbolic of inner transformation. However, Jung also acknowledged the challenge of translating Eastern spiritual states into Western psychological terms, cautioning against conflating higher consciousness with unconsciousness. While Jung's psychological lens offers valuable insights, this video will focus on a different dimension: the physiological and energetic interpretation of the text. We'll explore how the teachings relate to the nervous system, creative energy conservation, and the awakening of subtle forces within the body, revealing the secret of the golden flower, not just as a metaphorical guide, but as a practical map for embodied transformation. The secret of the golden flower describes a path of inner transformation where subtle powers emerge as natural fruits from consistent and disciplined energetic refinement. As the practitioner circulates the light and stills the heart, the spirit becomes luminous and clear, leading to heightened perception and increased intuitive insight. The text states, "After this time, body and heart must be left completely released. All entanglements have disappeared without trace. Then I no longer know at what place the house of my spirit and my crucible are. If a man wants to make certain of his body, he cannot get at it. This condition is the penetration of heaven into earth, the time when all wonders return to their roots." A poetic description of energetic integration that may correspond to experiences of clairvoyance, astral projection, or heightened sensitivity. Another passage notes, "Only the primal spirit and the true nature overcome time and space," hinting at expanded states of consciousness that transcend ordinary limitations. These subtle abilities, though not named explicitly in this particular Taoist text, echo the Vedic concept of siddhis, where disciplined energy cultivation leads to extraordinary capabilities such as enhanced insight, pratibha, vision, darshana, and sensation, vedana. In both The Secret of the Golden Flower and the Vedic pursuit of siddhis, the conservation and refinement of creative energy, sexual energy harnessed through semen retention for the male practitioner, is considered foundational to the physical and spiritual transformation. The Golden Flower text describes this process as the backwards-flowing method, where vital essence is redirected inward to nourish the body and illuminate the spirit, the nervous system. Similarly, in Vedic traditions, the practice of brahmacharya preserves ojas, the subtle energy believed to fuel higher consciousness and unlock supernormal capacities. Cultivating the golden elixir emphasizes that mastery over one's generative force is not repression, but transmutation, a disciplined channeling of life energy toward clarity, longevity, and enhanced insight. This inner alchemy is the key to activating the subtle body and accessing the deeper dimensions of self. In The Secret of the Golden Flower, the evocative phrase, "the square-inch field of the square-foot house," refers to the forehead and the space between the eyes, a poetic metaphor for the inner eye or heavenly heart, where consciousness is said to dwell. This square inch is the seat of subtle perception, aligning closely with the Ajna Chakra in Vedic tradition, also known as the third eye. Located between the eyebrows, the Ajna Chakra governs intuition, inner vision, and spiritual awareness, and is intimately connected to the pineal and pituitary glands, as well as the thalamus, which acts as a relay center for sensory, somatic, and energetic integration. When the light is circulated inward, as the Golden Flower practice teaches, the energy concentrates in this region, awakening latent faculties of perception and insight. This convergence of Taoist and Vedic symbolism suggests that the square inch is not just a metaphorical field, but a physiological and energetic gateway to higher consciousness. Historically, the West has approached The Secret of the Golden Flower and similar Eastern mystical texts through the lens of psychology and academic abstraction. But now, a new vantage beckons, one grounded in the embodied arts of energy cultivation, sexual alchemy, and conscious semen retention. These metaphorical maps are not just intellectual curiosities. They are blueprints for refining perception and awakening the latent siddhis buried deep within our subtle body. All our ancient ancestors were well aware of these practices, and it is now high time for their reintroduction. In The Secret of the Golden Flower, it states, "Let the lids of both eyes be lowered, then look within, and purify the heart. Wash the thoughts, stop pleasures, and conserve the seed."